What's up and welcome to Nighttime at the Nerd Bar, episode 166.
Yes.
Woo-hoo! Yes, we are bringing you that Monday energy live. If you're watching us in the live chat, join on in. And if you're watching, join us in the live chat. There we go.
Yes.
And if you're watching later, awesome, comment down below. We'll get into some quick intros. Hello, I'm Carrie Lane.
I'm Katie Cullen.
And welcome, special guest!
Hey! Hi, everyone. Oh my gosh, I'm Keeley Pierson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, we were just so excited. Cut you off
on.
there.
You're good. You're good.
Welcome. And for anybody joining new, we are going to be talking with our special guests. Then we'll get into some news. A lot of it relates to Anime Expo. So if you're going to that, you're going to want to stick around for all that. We'll be covering Go-Go Loser Ranger, which this was the finale. How do we feel about all that? As well as recommendations.
Season finale.
Season finale. And then other recommendations for stuff you should check out. So stick around for all of that. So let's get into it. Hold on. I realize I'm missing something else. But yes, welcome our special guest. So Keeley, what brings you to the anime industry?
Hey. So I'm actually an audio engineer at Bang Zoom Studios, and I mostly work on anime there. So titles like Dun Dun Dun, Sakamoto Days, Mashal, Demon Slayer. There's so many at this point. I don't even remember all of them. But it's,
your IMDb page is huge.
Anime News Network more than IMDb, because I have to fill out the IMDb, and yeah, you know what's on there? The Pinocchio Pauly Shore thing. I don't know if you're familiar. Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I am aware of it.
You don't need to watch it.
Okay. Well, I think
even people who do really cool stuff do have days where it really is just a job.
Yeah, I mean, it was really cool to see it blow up, because I did not know that people were gonna find it. So that was cool to see. That was like, oh, this is a fun part of the internet. Yeah.
Nice.
The internet had a very good time.
Yeah.
So for those in our audience who may not know as much about the behind the scenes of the industry, what does your day-to-day look like?
Oof. So I don't have a set schedule. Our schedules are based off of talent availability mostly. And then how quickly shows need to be done. And then each client has different sorts of deadlines. We record like 1 episode at a time for some clients, or like 4 episodes at a time for others. So I could be at the studio from like 8 to 6 or 7. Yeah, it depends on who's scheduled that day. But yeah, I am recording all of the dialogue for the English dub of the anime, and then I also dialogue edit afterwards.
Okay. And what does that mean to dialogue edit?
So when we're recording, we want to make sure like we're in the moment. I want it to be as perfect as possible so that the next step, it's like clean for them and it can go smoothly. But the dialogue edit is just kind of there to clean up any sync that could be a little loose, or any like plosives or mouth noises. Maybe a take isn't working and I need to pull an alt if we have an alt, like little stuff like that, just so I can get it like levels good for the mixer so that that person could do their job.
So you're getting all the ducks in the row for the next person.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And we normally have talked to voice actors and directors on here. And so from an audio engineer, what made you get into that field? Was that something that you even knew what it was long before you started?
Oh, no. I was I'm mostly performance major in school. Cool. And I fell in love with boom operating.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. So I did a lot of like little short films just as that. But when I moved out here, it was 2020, a month before the pandemic.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah. One of my college friends was actually working at Bang Zoom, and they were looking for an assistant engineer. So I got in through that because she's like, are you interested in post? I know you're like more, and I was like, yes, absolutely. Like I want to get in I'd love to. I actually had only watched like Haikyuu like before I started working at Big Zoom, like very minimal. I was a big like Kingdom Hearts fan, so I should have been into anime, but hadn't really gotten into it before I started working here. And then I realized, oh, like, yeah, all these people, like, these are actual like people voicing these characters, and like, oh, all of those single efforts in video games need cleaned up, like every single one of them. That's crazy. So then I just kind of fell in love with it as I was working here and learning the job.
Awesome.
So,
Excellent.
Well, at least you watch Haikyuu, which is a good one.
I kind of like, there was a fan artist of these like books that I like, and they drew a character that looks like a character from the book, but he was too happy, and I was like, why is this short ginger so happy?
Now I have to know what books.
They're called All for the Game. Super like queer fiction, independent author.
Cool.
A lot darker than Haikyuu.
Yeah, different genre, I assume.
Very, very different genre. But
Fair enough.
very, very into. I think fandom's great. It helps people find so many shows, and that's awesome. But
what are some of your top shows now?
I was going to say, I have to ask, did your coworkers, when they found out that you hadn't seen much anime, did they give you a watch this list? And if so, what was on it? And did you watch any of them?
No,
I'm
listen.
just curious.
No, it's totally fair, because my second interview was like a Zoom call because it was COVID, and it was just a bunch of guys in a room together with masks on, and they're like, "So have you watched Naruto?" And I was like, no, I know what that is, but I haven't watched it. I watched like Satoshi Kon's films.
Yes.
So I loved
Classics.
those.
Okay.
But then they were like that. Oh, what else? I mean, Demon Slayer, because we work on it at the studio, so I immediately watched that one. So and I had to read the manga because one of the guys likes to spoil. He'll like walk in the room and I'm like, no. He'll try to be vague, but I'm like, that wasn't vague. I know.
Oh, wow.
You have to be really, really clever if you're going to be vague. And even then, there's always someone that will make the connection given context that, oh no, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Nah, it's cool. But then once they found out I liked Haikyuu, it was like, I don't know, like Yuri on Ice and
good. Yeah.
Yeah. We were working on Kuriko's basketball when I started. So that was really fun for me. Love that show. And I think the dub is like so funny. Jalen and Koi and all of them did a great job with it. Yeah, I don't even remember how many other ones there were. But yeah, Demon Slayer was definitely the big one.
Okay. We got a comment from the chat. I like this one. Rab Adley goes, "Are you a sound booth wizard?"
I have been told on occasion, yes.
Nice. I love that.
I haven't set up anyone's like home booth or anything, but like if you're in the studio, yeah, I'll figure out what we need. It's all audio is a lot more instinctual. I mean, like obviously you can hear when things are wrong, like really, really bad, but especially for things like compression, you have to train your ear to hear a lot of things. And a lot of mouth noises, most people don't hear those just listening. Like when I started, they had me QC, like quality control, like that sort of stuff. So we would just watch. My first job was just watching anime. That was what I did at the studio.
Rough job. No.
It was crazy. I loved it. Yeah, so we just would watch it down, and then like I'd sit with another assistant and he'd be like, "Did you hear that?" And I'm like, no. And he'd play it like 15 more times. But eventually you could start hearing like the plosives and the little things that they want out. But yeah.
The things that the pop filter can't always catch.
Yeah, which is a lot. It's a lot.
And that's part of your putting ducks in the row for the next person is
exactly
getting rid of those,
Yeah. Although we
Nice.
all have things that bother us more than others. Like S's,
Oh.
like harsh S's don't really bother me, but a lot of like higher pitched voices have a lot of harsh S's. Whereas like clicks bother me a lot, like little mouth
Oh.
clicks. But it's kind of cool because there's like software where you can like see the sound and just like cut it out. I was like, I know what that is. And then, yeah.
So at some point, it's just recognizing patterns, recognizing these things in the wave, and being able to go,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah. I mean, definitely, I don't really look at the waveforms a lot. I'm always looking at, like, when I'm recording, always looking at picture and trusting my ears for, like, level. Like, when we start, we use vocal references if the person has come in for the character before, and I use that to set, like, level, and they use it to set the voice.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. That's
Yeah.
cool.
So that's how they keep it consistent. So then once I set the level, I'm looking at my meters and it's hidden kind of where I want it. I just mostly trust my ears. And then me, the director, and the talent, we should always be looking at picture because then we all know, like, oh, that was short, that was long. This is what we need to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So making sure that the lip flaps match.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you had a unique way into the industry, and I feel voice actors always, get asked, like, how do people get into it? But for being an audio engineer, do you know of other ways or skills that people should look into if that's something they're interested in? Because that feels like such a other unique way to be part of the anime industry.
Yeah, most definitely. I know, like, having a basic knowledge of Pro Tools, just like the bare bones of it, is like golden. Like, that's what you want to do. So just like online, there's tons of videos you can learn that way. Because the software is it's expensive unless you're a student. They usually have good deals for that. But yeah, I learned all of the skills on that job. I was a little bit of a personality. But I mean, I had the live sound background, so that helped. I'm trying to think what else. I'd say if you can, like, intern with a company, that would be, like, the best way in, even if it's just any sort of, audio post-production studio is best, not music. If you wanna get into anime sort of audio engineering specifically, or, like, animation or video game engineering, I'd say ask if you can go even just, like, if you have a friend who does it, like, see if they'll let you shadow for a day or something. Just getting to network that way, I think, is super beneficial. Like, I feel like everyone says that. It's a lot of networking, but that's how yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it is true.
That's part of being in the industry, I think, is
yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
No. Yeah.
A little bit of a comedic question I got from the chat, which I'm like, I feel people make fun of this as a whole, but so has the industry shown you the ghost stories done?
Yes. No, yeah, they have. They definitely have.
I feel like that's a bar for entry at this point.
Yeah. And it gets brought up, like, every so often. Like, when I was working on Sakamoto Days, I don't know, Kyle McCarley brought it up. He was directing it. Yeah, I don't know. I think we were just talking about, like, because, sometimes you're recording and there's bloopers and, like, we get to hear them, but general audiences don't. And, it just kind of be a dream to do something with all bloopers. And he was like, oh, like ghost stories. I was like, yeah, like, that'd be great.
I would love to hear the Sakamoto Days bloopers. I've been watching that dub and it is amazing.
Thank you.
I definitely want to hear that reel.
They're really fun. You know who does, like, personally, like, who has always done, like, the best bloopers? Like, he'll just say things off the cuff. Ben Diskin.
Really?
10 out of 10. So, so many good
me.
bloopers. Yeah, very, very good. Koi Dao also.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Why am I blanking on her name? Maki Zenon. Oh my gosh.
They just improvise and go.
Yeah, they're just so good at it.
Excellent.
Lots of funny ones.
I mean, petition to release the blooper reel. I'm here for it. That would be
great.
Amazing. So, going back to Carrie's question, what are some of the favorite anime that you have watched then?
Have watched? Oh, okay. I mean, dun dun dun, but I don't know if I'm biased because I work on it. I read the manga too, though, so it's like definitely up there. I love My Hero. It has my heart. So the audio engineer who kind of taught me a lot, Kenneth Thompson, he was the engineer on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh.
Yeah, so I started watching that, and then it was really sad, and I was like, I need something happy to break this up. So I got into My Hero, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna binge this.
It works for a few seasons, and then you start needing a palate cleanser from My Hero. It's a great show. You're absolutely right. It's wonderful. Just the most recent seasons have been rough.
Yep. Welcome to Demon School is actually one of my favorites.
Oh yeah, that's cute. That's a cute show.
It was the first show like I was officially an engineer on. But I had watched it before I started, so that one was like really close to my heart. Love everyone in that cast. So fun. I love Licorice Recoil and Odd Taxi, which are a lot more like live action-esque, even though the one has animals, but they're, I don't know, like less anime-y, if that makes sense.
I haven't watched Odd Taxi, but I'm familiar with it.
Yeah, a lot more like psychological.
Really
yeah.
I like this comment. Rab Adler, Don to Don, the X-Files high school we never knew we needed.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't think you're biased. Don to Don is pretty dang amazing.
Yeah.
Like that has been. Did you have a hand in editing what we saw for the movie? Like
that was me.
Yeah, awesome.
That's me. Nice.
Yeah.
Mad props.
Me and Sam Carrillo, who's another engineer here, he did, I think, the first reel because we were still recording some stuff later on. So yeah, we generally like, because they're large, we'll split it up into like a few sessions and do it that way.
Do you have to do anything different preparing something to go to a movie theater as opposed to a streaming service, or is that like a different part of sound editing?
No, so it is a different part. I don't deal with that part. The mixers will have to adjust levels on their end depending on the like packaging specs. There is different specs for different clients. There is for theatrical releases too, especially like Atmos is a completely different beast.
The Dolby surround sound, you got speakers in the ceiling.
No, exactly. There is the assistant engineers actually do a lot of the packaging. So I was packaging before I was recording. Yeah, it's interesting. And everyone has different ways of delivering things too. There's so many like little things you don't think about going into the shows that you watch. Especially like how quickly these things get done. Like it's so fast.
Yeah.
Blows my mind.
It's the dub is ready a week or two after the episode drops, or the simul dubs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Simul-dub schedules are crazy. But one time I had like 13 people come in one day. And
oh my God.
Jalen Cassell was directing, and I think it was like, we were like, oh yeah, this will be fine. And then it hit like 3:00 and we're like, oh, oh wait, this is a lot. But
can we take 15 minutes and go get coffee? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, we've had a chance to ask the lead voice actors and director for Don to Don what it was like to be at the premiere, and you were at the premiere as well. What was it like for you to get to see the dub, and that the dub was the world premiere, and that was pretty interesting. We were talking, Katie and I were talking like, wow, the fact they did the dub as the world premiere is pretty incredible.
And the dub is amazing. The dub is excellent. A+, no notes.
The whole team, like, we all just love it so much. So it was so exciting to be there and in the theater because, like, I haven't heard, like, our mix stages are big, but, like, it's not like a movie theater. Like, that's a completely different experience. And also, like, the thing I love about the premieres is when you get to hear everyone's reactions and, like, all the stuff I was laughing at, like, if they laugh at it too. Oh my gosh, yeah, it was so nice. I loved it. It feels good when you know people love something as much as you love it, right? And like especially when everyone put in so much work to make it what it is.
Yeah.
So it was really nice to see.
You're
Good reactions.
presenting it. Yeah. You're presenting it to the world and you get that immediate feedback, and the feedback is great.
Yeah. No, it was a lot of fun.
I have to ask because I was cracking up over a lot of these watching this in the theater. Do you ever just lose it at some of the turbo granny lines?
Oh, all the time. Barbara's amazing. She is a queen. I was gonna say the turbo granny scene with Okarun is my favorite. I don't want to say spoilers, but yeah, that is my favorite part. I was like crying when I recorded that. There's so many things. Yeah, she just like, man, she just like does it, and it's amazing. And also like Kari as Seiko. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love her. She's so perfect for that character.
So then,
Yeah.
are there any fun stories in the booth that you can tell us? Not necessarily about Don to Don, but just about anything that you're allowed to talk about.
Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh, that's such a broad question.
Yeah,
It's like every
totally didn't
moment
put you on the
that's
spot or anything.
ever happened. Oh, okay. So I started engineering, and a week later, so people were coming in. It was actually for Welcome to Demon School, and all these talent had come in that week because it was like everyone on the show came in because simul-dub, so recording fast.
Oh yeah.
I broke my ankle the next weekend, so I had a cast on, and all of them came in and were like, "What?
Oh,
Where
no.
did that come from?" So I have a cast with the cast of Demon School signed my cast.
That's amazing.
That's
yeah.
cute.
That's fun. Sometimes like I know we posted a video on Bang Zoom social media about this with like Zeno like wondering what the director and the engineer are talking about in the booth. That is 100% a thing that I am guilty of, mostly with Alex Von David. I remember one time when we were recording Mashal, I have a lot of ADHD, and I will just hum songs when I hear words or start singing them. And I started singing the Indiana Jones theme, and he was like, "Is that this song?" And I was like, "Yes." And then he started talking about Indiana Jones for like 15 minutes, and Alex Lee is in the booth, and he was like, was that okay?
Was that a good take? Do I need to do another?
After the session, he was like, "I was really worried because you guys weren't saying anything." And I was like, "It wasn't. You're good."
That really is it's not you, it's me.
It's not you. That happens a lot.
Awesome.
That's amazing. That is so good.
We're kind of getting to our end of a time with you on as our guest. Is there anything you'd like to share, mention, or let people know about?
Oh, I mean, Dun Da Dun's premiering this weekend, so definitely check that out. Yeah, I know. And if you haven't been watching Witch Watch, that's also really good. Just that's like the Bang Zoom things, I guess. Trying to think. Yeah, no, I don't know. Oh, I'm in an anime cover band if you want to listen to songs.
Yo.
Yes.
We like
What's your band name?
We're called Open Endings because we do openings and endings. Yeah, so we're on Instagram. We haven't posted much yet because we're still like building things, but yeah, if you check out Open Endings, that's a thing. That's all I really got. Yeah,
your handle over there. If you want to follow me online.
If you want to follow me, I don't post often, but it's always fun. Yeah, thank you guys so much. This was so fun. I hope.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, it's so fun to talk with you. And I feel it's such a unique perspective of it's, same idea as like someone who's a producer. People know what that word is, but they don't really know what they do. Yeah. So thank you so much for sharing what you get to do behind the scenes that bring the thing we all love to the viewers,
Yeah, definitely. Also, I recommend it. Like if you want to get into anime, voice acting is not the only thing, especially if you're like not really into that, but you want to be a part of it. Like there's so many other jobs, production coordinators, script writers, spotters. Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Sweet. Well,
All
thank
right,
you
well,
again.
thank you so much.
Yeah, you guys have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, that was so fun.
I could have talked to her
Delightful.
for another like 2 hours. Could have just
I
sat here and
know.
been like, so let's talk. I want to know about this. I want to know about this.
Exactly. Keely will have to come back on again.
Yes.
Yes, because it's like, yeah, I was really glad to be able to have someone on to give us another look behind the scenes. Because, yeah, the anime industry is huge. And it's okay if you want to start maybe as a voice actor, like that's something you want. But there's so much more to do because maybe you're not an actor, and that's totally fine. There's so many other aspects to it. So it's great to get into it. All right.
For those going, oh, but I don't have any of those skills. Guys, my day job is IT, and I worked for a dubbing studio for a few years there. So it's not just, there's office coordinators, there's personal assistants, there's all sorts of other different jobs, as well as the audio engineers, the scripts, the everything. It's everything that makes an office go, and that's more people than you generally think.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Let's get into things we are excited about because there's a whole bunch getting ready for Anime Expo. I did want to do a quick shout out. She mentioned Witch Watch, which will be at Anime Expo. They are doing a panel, and I don't have the information, but it was like, I know they're going to be there, so go check the schedule if you're interested in that. All right, so
we are going to do a little AX preview. The stuff that caught our eye, the stuff we're interested in, we're going to do that right after the news. So stay tuned.
I was looking. Here we go. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So the news, we have Akiba Music. They launched their first single from LA-based cosplay idol Hamu Cotton, which I'm like, oh, that's a cute name. So this is, I love this. Grassroots anime culture meets global J-pop stage with a debut song, Hamu Energy, and it is releasing in 3 days on July 3rd. So very soon. And across all major streaming platforms. And the artist is Hamu Cotton, and it is local cosplay idol, YouTuber based in Southern California. And born in Japan and raised in California. This artist began performing in 2021 and inspired by 2.5D stage plays at Anime Culture she encountered in LA. And so she has performed at Anime Expo before as well.
Nice.
Described as a Wotaku anthem, Hamu Energy is full of energetic lines drawn straight from the otaku experience. So be on the lookout. And yes, there we go. A sneak preview of the music video will be presented at Anime Expo, where Hamu Cotton will also be performing live on the Idol Summer Escape stage at 7 p.m. on July 4th. So then you can watch the artist in person if you're going to Anime Expo. So woohoo!
Yeah. On July 4th. That's your celebration.
Right? Here we go. Love it. I was I think we should just do it. It's mostly, and they overlap a little bit. I'm like, we'll go back and forth. Some of the news is and some isn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have the Anime Expo bit will be a little more ours because the one I have is not super Anime Expo, but it is super anime. We were talking about Demon Slayer. The new trailer for Infinity Castle has dropped. There is an English subtitled trailer and an English dub trailer. Features all new, never before seen footage from the upcoming feature-length film. We have 2 new original theme song titles and music artists: A World Where the Sun Never Rises by M.A., Shine in the Cruel Night by Lisa, and both songs will be available on global streaming platforms on Friday, July 18th. So we get the song soon. We get the movie in, I believe, September. Yeah, September 12th in the United States and Canada. So go watch that trailer. It looks fun. It looks like a good time. I'm very excited.
Yes. Actually, on that too, I forgot to put this up earlier. Don't forget to follow us on NTATNB over on Twitter and Blue Sky. We share links of the different stuff we talk about or images, and we'll be sharing a lot from Anime Expo. So you'll check that out, as well as over on Comics Beat, which we'll get more into details on that in a minute. All right, back to news. I was like, is one of mine? Anime Expo. Yep. Okay. Mine are all Anime Expo.
Mine aren't all. So
okay. So we'll go back to, but we're giving our thoughts on it in a minute. So here we go.
Yes.
And hopefully I'm saying this right. Charpy. It looks like Sharpie, but CHARPY. The Charpy Impact Tester exhibition from Grand Blue Dreaming 2. So it was originally showcased at Anime Japan 2025, is making its way to Anime Expo. So if you're going to Anime Expo, you'll be able to experience this display, and is presented by NBC Universal Entertainment Japan in collaboration with Tokyo Japanese Lifestyle and Creative Minds. So this exhibit will be at booth SH, so that's South Hall, 1927. So that would be the exhibition hall. And because it's weird, it's south and west. You'll figure it out when you get there.
Yeah.
It's one of those you go.
Exhibition hall and entertainment hall, which are very easily mixed up, at least in my brain.
Okay, so Grand Blue Dreaming is the world's most unhinged college diving comedy. Love that. Okay. An over-the-top series known for its exaggerated humor, chaotic characters, outrageous take on college life. It's been adapted to both TV, anime, and a live-action film, becoming a lifelong fan favorite among students and comedy lovers alike. So it looks like a really cool backdrop. I'm thinking this is gonna be the similar area where you get different kind of cool photo ops.
Yeah.
But so it's a real life testing machine, measures the energy required to break an object. So it's like a machine you get to pose with. So it's a memorable scene in the anime. And I like this. Here we go. Anime Expo. You can test your courage with this machine, and some fans will be able to receive a special participation certificate. And you might be able to win a prize.
Fun.
That is very fun. Very cool.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah. Oh, interesting. And after Anime Expo, the machine will be given away to a college or university anime manga club in the United States. What?
Dang.
So cool. So to qualify, so anybody, if you're in an anime club anywhere, to qualify, you must be based in the United States, must be able to pick up the machine in the greater Los Angeles area, and have a secure space to display it on campus. Oh, that is so cute. So
UCLA leaning in like, hey.
And we'll share the link for that. But yeah, it says Grand Blue at AX is let me see if I can open that in the link. Yeah, so we'll share the link for that, but that is pretty awesome.
That's wild.
Yes.
That's so wild.
Yeah. All right, moving on news.
Say on a completely different note, we have news from Tokyo Pop. Tokyo Pop's A Smart and Courageous Child receives American Manga Awards nomination. Now, for those of you who have been here for a hot minute, we have actually covered this manga on the show. Tokyo Pop was kind enough to send us a preview copy when it was first being published, and we were able to read it and give our thoughts on it. And it is, frankly, an amazing manga. Like A+, highly recommend. Created by Miki Yamamoto, the manga poignantly examines how a first-time mother works through her fears of bringing a child into a dangerous and uncertain world, and learns to evaluate her worries, process her fears, and ultimately choose positivity over uncertainty and paranoia. The winners of the American Manga Awards will be determined by votes from professionals working in an editorial capacity with North American manga publishers. Voter registration for the American Manga Awards is open through July 21st, and voting is open until July 24th. And the award ceremony will take place on August 21st at the Japan Society in New York City, held in conjunction with Anime NYC. So if you are eligible, vote. It is on the Anime NYC website, and the American Manga Awards has a subsite there. And if you would like to read A Smart and Courageous Child, that is available from Tokyo Pop. Again, we have read it. Definitely get your hands on this one. It is very powerful and, frankly, an excellent read. Like A+, highly recommend.
Absolutely. Manga with substance. Not that manga doesn't have substance, but you know what I mean.
Different than what we normally go for. A lot closer to home. A very powerful story.
Exactly. Yep. And very different pivot direction.
Yeah, we're just ping-ponging today.
All right. So this one's a fun one. Again, this will be at Anime Expo and possibly other locations. Stand by. So Aniplex of America and Milk Mocha Bear are teaming up for Licorice Recoil collaboration. So this super cute duo will merge with one another, and there'll be apparel and keychains that will be at Anime Expo and Anime NYC.
Okay.
Exhibit halls for both of those. So unique items at the booths. Fans are encouraged to visit locations to purchase these adorable collaboration items while supplies last. And patrons who purchase items at the booth at both Aniplex of America booth and the Milk Mocha Bear booth will receive a promotional sticker. So there'll be the two Aniplex of America and Milk Mocha Bear. And there'll be, the keychains. The collaboration will feature t-shirts and keychains with two separate designs. They're really cute. I'm like, oh my goodness.
If we have images, this is when we say we will be posting them on our social media.
This is where to go. Yeah, go follow on here because we'll share pictures because they're really cute. Because pretty much it like real quick of it's just like them holding hands and then they're on those like mochi balls with the syrup stuff.
Oh, that's adorable.
I was like, this is so cute. And the keychains are really cute. So yeah, check that out. They'll be Anime Expo. I don't see booth info, but I think they'll be very easy to find.
Yeah. So, I mean, they said it was at the Aniplex booth and the
yes.
Yeah, the please help me. I don't have it open in front of me.
Wait. Yes. One more second. There we go. The Milk Mocha Bear.
Yes. So check out both of those booths. Again, if you have the Anime Expo app, you can search exhibitors and it will tell you exactly where they are, and then you can put them in your favorites list.
Yes.
It's a very nice app, very intuitive. All right. On my side, continuing on with awards nominations, hit anime films and series dominate the 2025 Collision Awards with 10 nominations. So Crunchyroll has sent us this. 8 Crunchyroll available titles were announced as finalists in the second annual Collision Awards, honoring the best in animation and motion design. The following films were nominated: Attack on Titan: The Last Attack for Best in Style, Blue Lock the Movie Episode Nagi, Haikyuu The Dumpster Battle, both for Best Film, Haikyuu as well for Best in Style, and Spy Family Code White for Best Film. And the following series were nominated: Dr. Stone New World Season 3 for Best Series Mature Audience, Kaiju Number 8 Season 1 for Best Series Action and Adventure, Solo Leveling Season 2 for Best Series Fantasy and Sci-Fi and Best in Style Television, and Apothecary Diary Season 1 for Best Series and Drama. Voting is available on the Audience Choice Rating platform and is open to all fans through July 11th. All nominated films and series are available to stream on Crunchyroll.com. So yes, head over to the Collision Awards Audience Choice Rating platform and vote for your favorites. Voting is open until July 11th. So you've got a week and a half.
Yeah.
It's the 30th. You've got about a week and a half.
Yes.
So definitely check that out. And congratulations to all of those films and series. That is pretty wild.
Yeah, I was going to say, those are all excellent nominations. So
yeah, good for them.
All right, continuing on with news, we have... There we go. Yeah. Justin Leach and other global animation pioneers set to attend Anime Expo. And if you are an aspiring animator and industry veterans alike, will be very interested to check out the Making Animation Across Borders panel. So it's called the Global Producer, Making Animation Across Borders. The panel will be on July 4th from 1:45 to 3:05 at room 408AB. And this will be, we get different, lots of production information there. And okay, yes. Cubic Pictures and the Tokyo and USA based studio known for producing such works as Star Wars Visions, Eden, and the upcoming Leviathan series on Netflix will host a powerhouse panel at Anime Expo exploring the evolving role of producers in the age of international anime collaboration, which we've talked about that a little bit too with To Be Hero X. We've covered other movies too that are cross-country collaboration ones, which are really kind of cool. So this panel brings together a rare lineup of cross-industry experts to discuss creative, logistical, and cultural breakthroughs shaping the future of global animation production. So again, that'll be July 4th from 1:45 to 3:05, room 408A-B.
Excellent.
Sweet.
All right. Then finishing us off, we have one more from Toho and Crunchyroll. My Hero Academia Vigilantes Season 2 is confirmed to take off in 2026 with new teaser trailer and visual. So the season finale for Season 1 dropped this morning because it's a Monday release. And the smash hit My Hero Academia prequel anime series will stream its second season exclusively on Crunchyroll worldwide, excluding Asia. So, your usual platform to watch it on. And yeah, the trailer is available. The key image looks like a lot of fun, you guys. So if you are fond of Season 1, if you've been enjoying it, Season 2 will arrive in 2026. And it looks like we are keeping the same cast, dub and sub. And it looks like a very good time. Like, I'm not caught up on Vigilantes right now, but I have been watching it, and it is so much fun. Highly, highly recommend. And it's great to hear that we're getting a Season 2.
Yes. That's one I'm saying. I'm like, nope, not caught up, but yay for more content.
Yeah.
All right. So now we'll get a little bit into some more specific Anime Expo preview information and things we're looking for. So one, be sure to be following us so you're up to date on Anime Expo content. We're doing it with a partnership with Comics Beat, which is something we did last year as well. So be sure to go follow Comics Beat, and we'll post our own links as well. So if in case you're like, wait, what was that? We got you.
Yeah. So we're doing a lot of panel coverage and panels where they allow us to have their phones out. It's not live tweeting because I'll be doing it over on Blue Sky, but I will be doing live coverage of the panels that I attend. And we all have a very stacked panel roster. But for those of you who've been going, oh, the live tweeting on this, that's usually me. That's usually what I'm very good at. We have our excellent interviewer over here. Hello.
I was going to say, you're a mirror on my end.
It says it's... Okay, well, when you pointed towards me, were you pointing away and then it's mirrored for you? Because I don't think it's mirrored for me anymore.
When I look, it shows me... Viewers, leave comments. When I point like this, I'm pointing at you. Does it look like it's opposite for you?
No, it looks like it's pointing at me.
Okay, but when you do it, it looks like you're doing this. Well, thank you. Yes, we have some fun interviews lined up. Some of these will be on camera. Some of them will be a text-based only article, which that can happen with international guests. And, so stay tuned for that. One, I did want to give a shout out because we're going to go see them, and we did a little bit of coverage with them last year, is a artist in Mino Miyabi. And he will be based over in West Hall 228. I kind of wonder if it'll be a similar setup because he is partnered with ANA, which is a Japanese airline. And it was such a fun, immersive booth experience last year. They had samples of what the flight seats would be like, visuals. And so the artists that we know did all of the art that was present with that campaign. So I'm excited to see what he has in store this year. Also, he's done collaborations with K-pop. With musical artist Lisa. So big artistic combinations there. And check that one out. And I was gonna say, I know you got one. I was gonna pull up some other information. I was like, wait, there's another thing I was gonna make sure we talk about.
Yeah.
There we go.
You got it?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Another thing, a different, not a quite at the con, but we want to let people know about because it's always an amazing event, is Sonic Boombox. They're hosting their annual party, Anime XP. It's their after party. It is Saturday, July 5th, and tickets are on sale. If you go check out Sonic Boombox, like on Instagram or look them up, you'll be able to get to their account. And it is it is at Catch One, and you can look up it says Catch One LA as a concert venue, which I'm like, why don't you even just do the link of quickly it goes.
And they have expanded this year. They have more stages
Yes.
this year. They've also added a game room.
There it
So
goes.
I am very much looking forward to this.
Yeah. So there's what looks like, and there are so many awesome guests they have. A lot of people we know that are amazing folks. And this party's always an exciting one and so fun in the middle of Anime Expo. So you're going to want to check them out and get your tickets.
It is a very good time. And for those of you who are sound sensitive, because I can be sound sensitive, loop earbuds, man. Like, lets me have conversations with people, but also lets me handle the music okay. So that's not sponsored, but highly, highly recommend. Really good for parties. So yeah, it's always a really fun one.
And you don't need an Anime Expo badge. So in case you have friends where you're going to the con, but you're like, yo, let's go party, you can bring them along.
Yeah, it's a completely separate ticket. But yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to, for one, I'm looking forward to a lot of the panels. Like, I'm going to the Gachiakuta premiere, I'm going to the Netflix panel, I'm going to the Gundam G-Quacks panel, in which, to my understanding, they're going to show that whole movie again for the people who weren't able to see it, and then talk Gundam, which is always a really good time. Just the panel list is stacked, the interview list is stacked. I'm really looking forward to some of the booth tours that we're doing. Because of course, we're going to look at what Crunchyroll has to offer. We're going to look at Aniplex. We're going to look at Netflix. We're going to look at all the really big ones. And they've all sounded amazing. But we're also going to other names. We are checking out Ami Ami, which is a merch booth. We're checking out a booth that's like a gachapon booth that I am beyond excited to go see.
Like, yes, please.
Yes, I love gachapons so much. I'm very, very judicious about what I spend my money on when it turns to gacha, but I love gachapons and blind boxes, man. It's a problem. I love it so much.
They're fun.
So very, very excited to see. It's half gachapon and half figurines and merchandise, and they have a really nice Zoids figurine for those of you who still love Zoids, and I'm so excited. And so again, all of this coverage will be posted. Keep an eye on the Fanversation accounts, but also very much keep an eye on the Comics Beat accounts. So yeah, just keep one eye on one eye on the other, and you will have all of our coverage. But I'm very, very excited for AX this year. It is an I keep saying that it's a stacked lineup, but it really is. I don't remember.
I got my old. There we go. My AX shirt from years ago.
I have my gelatinous heart.
Yay!
Not a gelatinous cube, it's a gelatinous heart. Because I will always, it's from Paola's Pixels. All of my really cute, nerdy shirts are from Paola's Pixels. She does amazing work. I've talked about it on the show before. I will continue to talk about it. I love her stuff.
Katie, do you know the answer of the Zoid, is it motorized? Girl, good question.
You talk for a minute. I'll go look at the email.
Let
me find out for sure, because I don't know that off the top of my head.
I know Katie would sing the praises, but I will also mention, in case you all are new to Anime Expo, or it's been a minute, or maybe you never made your way there, Artist Alley is an incredible place to go. Support small artists. You can find some of the most unique pieces there. I have so much jewelry that I've gotten at the Artist Alley areas because they're just so creative and special. So I do recommend that.
These were from a Comic-Con Artist Alley.
Love it.
And I have a stack of stickers this thick from Artist Alley because I love them. I do have that email. It is the T-Spark Products Exhibition. So it's the T-Spark booth. And yes, Zoid's Real Moving Kits. Build it yourself motorized toys. So those Zoids are motorized. And there are so many other things going on. There's Q Village stuff. There's Kole Kazaro, which I'm not sure I pronounced that correctly, but it's a series of 3.75 inches collectible figurines. We'll have My Hero Academia and Vigilantes figurines on display. And this is just a little bit, you guys. I am so excited to be able to tour this booth and show you guys what's there. And if you are going to the con, again, keep an eye out on the social medias. We will be posting pictures, posting video, showing you guys what's there so you can make the decision of, oh yeah, I do want to go do this stuff at the Netflix booth. Oh yeah, I totally want to pick up one of those Zoids motorized figurines. Holy cow. So we're giving you that preview, that look, so you can help figure out what you want to do. And if you're not at the con, we're letting you live vicariously.
Yes. And then I feel we can do a longer one on that. But my last wrapping this section up, I would say suggestions on going to the con. And this is even if you're a seasoned veteran of going, bring water. Bring snacks, wear comfy shoes, pace yourself, and
sunscreen.
Yes, sunscreen, 100% on that
Large
one.
portions of AX, the food places, the fact that they have also added the Peacock Theater as well as the JW Marriott. Depending on your sun sensitivity, you can get fried just standing in line for food or going from one end of the convention center, if you do this outside, over to the Peacock Theater or the JW. The LA sun is unforgiving. It is going to be high 70s to mid 80s, is my understanding, which isn't as bad as it's been in recent years.
No,
We've had 100-degree temperatures, but it's humid out here this year.
Yes.
So and especially if you are on medication that makes you sun sensitive, SSRIs and NDRIs, and a lot of antidepressants make you very sun and heat sensitive. So be very careful for that. Again, water, bring your emotional support water bottle. The convention has places that are specifically meant to fill water refill bottles.
Stations.
Take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Bring a fan. If it's a little hand fan, if it's one of those motorized neck fans, if it's whatever, you're going to want a fan. And then also, this has held true in previous years. Bring a very light jacket that's easy to roll up and stow somewhere. Light jacket, light sweater. Some of those
panels can be so cold.
It's because they have to basically refrigerate the event space in order for it to be able to handle 8 billion people walking in and out of it.
Which I'd rather be a little too cold than overheating, but have that light sweater with you.
I have been to events where, for one reason or another, they were not able to do proper air conditioning, because you need to do it like 2 to 3 days before the event and keep it up. And I've been to events where they were not able to do that. And it was real hard until they got the AC figured out. So some of those panel rooms are very cold. You will want that little jacket or that little sweater. You will definitely not need it outside. At least not until well after the sun goes down.
Yeah.
But yes, like you were saying, shoes, sunscreen. Your snack should have protein. You can bring
not
candy.
Just sugar.
You should also bring nuts, granola bars, like something with protein, something that will give you that
nutritious.
I can get up and stand in line for a meal. Again, there's a lot of really fun stuff to eat there, but please do not forget your protein. It'll be so easy to get your carbohydrates, but you definitely need your protein, and it's also very easy to forget that.
And like maybe that's the snack you eat in the panel before you go grab like food. And yes, food trucks there can be amazing, but maybe it's a longer wait, so you need something to like tide you over.
Oh, I am a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the bag person.
Oregon Trail type snack.
Oregon Trail type snack.
Yes, nutrition. Good nutrition.
Again, so I bring a bottled smoothie in the morning, and I bring at least 2 PB&J sandwiches.
Yeah.
Just to be the sort of, all right, it's a little bit of sugar, it's a little bit of carbohydrates, it's a little bit of protein. This will keep me going. Some of these panels are 2.5 hours long, you know?
And an obvious one.
I wear a mask always and forever indoors, and I have multiple spares in my bag. And I have had more than one instance in which I have offered someone a mask because they have been coughing, sneezing, etc. And it's just like, hey, for us and everyone around you, would you like an extra mask? Here's a nice one that comes in rainbow. Like, you guys have seen my photos. You know I like the fun designed masks. So I choose to wear a mask, and I carry extras in case mine breaks or someone needs one. So for me, that is part of the con prep kit. Hand sanitizer, chapstick.
Oh yeah, hand sanitizer.
You know,
I was like,
the usual. Yeah. Just those places that post like, here is what you should have in your con bag. Use that as a guide. Like your battery pack for your phone.
Yes, that's the other big one.
Yeah.
And I would also add, pack your patience. There are obviously things that can go wrong. Maybe someone's not doing something that makes sense, but there's no reason to flip out on somebody and get all upset. So I mean, obviously, if ship's going down, whatever. But, it's the thing of like, take a breather. Don't be rushing somewhere. Give yourself time to get somewhere and give everybody a little bit of grace, a little bit of kindness. And you're going to have an awesome
be cognizant that heat and hunger can make your temper worse. Hence the keep cool, drink water, bring snacks, because that will also help mitigate a lot of frustration.
Yes.
So Band-Aids and painkillers, especially if you're wearing shoes that rub.
Remember your meds.
Remember your meds. Set the alarm, put them on your list. Make sure you have them.
So obviously some of these might seem super obvious, but when you're packing, maybe make a list so you can check them all off that you got everything, because you never know what's going to happen. Oh, actually, one other one that I've learned in the past, cough drops. You're going to be talking more than you think you are going to be. You're probably going to have to talk louder than you usually do because it's loud or you have a mask on. Cough drops are your friend.
They are very, very good for, and especially if you go to one of the after parties like Sonic Boombox. Once you are done for the night, when you're heading home, whatever, cough drop. Like I have the super nice Honey's like vocal remedy. I live for those.
Not sponsored.
Very, very good.
And you do need to be over 18 to buy them, but love these. It's because they have like some mild numbing effect, but like this stuff is really nice. And they sell similar versions in individual packs, but this tells you how much I have. I'm like, I have a box of all the things.
And that is the sort of thing where you do that little bit of care at night, and in the morning you will be okay, as opposed to in the morning when you have lost your voice or it's scratchy or like, just make sure you have enough time at night to do a little bit of care, to shower, to decompress, to have more water because you didn't have enough during the day and it's 80 degrees outside. All of us are guilty of that, even with the refillable water bottles. It's so easy not to hydrate enough. Just shower, vibe, cough drop, give yourself a little time to decompress at night. And then IMA, lay out the entire outfit and have everything ready. IMA, pack the bag at night, because that way I know the badge is in the bag. So you wake up,
you're ready to go.
Everything I need is in the bag. All I have to do in the morning is heat up breakfast, make a couple peanut butter sandwiches, and I'm ready to go. So that is the Katie Con plan. Do everything the night before.
It does help. Sleep. It prevents murder. Yes.
Oh my God, yes.
Give yourself time to
days
sleep.
when you can try to nap in the 24-hour anime rooms. Like we don't. That was early 2000s con scene. We don't do that anymore.
No. Those were our suggestions. Do you have any other tips and tricks that help you get through a convention? Leave comments down below and let us know. And hopefully some of these help you in case you're like, oh yeah, that is a helpful one. And maybe you hadn't thought of it, or, you got a little bit of time to go do those last minute errands. I know I'm going to be running to the store tomorrow and get some things.
No, the grocery run and the laundry are both tomorrow.
Yes. All right. We should continue because we do have more. And wrapping things up though with this one, season ending, but not series. We don't know, but
we don't know if we're getting renewed.
That was a way to end it.
I do appreciate that it definitely answered some of my questions about like the monster transformations and whether or not the monsters remembered that they were humans, like the first iteration of monsters. So it's good to know that, even the people, like even our first round of boss monsters did not remember that they were people, didn't remember that they were humans, complete personality wipe. So I do appreciate that we got that. And that was one of two Achilles heels for Death Messia. He sure is messy, I tell you what.
It's like, it sounds more like an SH to me. So Death Messia.
Yeah. Yes. He sure was messy, I tell you what. Man alive. Oh my God.
You're not even my child.
And I appreciate.
Rude.
I do like that throughout the season we did check in with I hesitate to call them the B team, but we did check in with all the people that we met during season 1. We did bring them all back. And there were points early on in this fight where we see all 5 of them light up the sabers and like, we are looking at the future of the Dragon Keepers. This is the future of the Ranger Force. And it is a better future than what we have now if we can keep them from getting just wrung dry and corrupted the way that everything else is. So that's very much that feeling of, oh, there is some hope here, and it's with these people.
Yeah, I wrote a note. I said, gotta love our recruit class. Like when they showed up and the others who are not ready, and a couple of them haven't even been assigned into a squad yet, and they are still kicking ass, which also shout out to our dusters. Who
yes,
that was so cute too.
I love that the dusters come, but like we get to see, we haven't seen generic dusters actually do stuff for a while. It's just been, I mean, it's the D show. It's named after him. So I do appreciate that all the dusters are just kind of stupid like that, but they're also all baseline like, no, I hate your plan and it sucks. We're doing things a better way. Or, oh my God, we're being asked for help. Yeah, we should help. Yeah, that sounds good.
They're like, okay, we have nothing better to do. Let's do it.
And they're like, oh, yeah, no, we can do this. Sure, why not? So the fact that they are all kind of like that and like, okay, D comes by it, honestly. I really love this.
Yeah.
And just the fact that they were so willing to be like, yeah, we'll help. Yeah, we'll make a bridge. Yeah, we'll get you down there. Oh, we got this. Yep. We're good. We're good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's... It'll be interesting to see if we go back to Sunday showdowns, given our time skip and whatnot, because I don't think that's something that people are going to forget in a hurry.
Exactly. Yes. There are going to be so many that were like, no, they helped us.
And also that very markedly, a duster was fighting Death Meshia. That like, hey, everyone hated this guy. These people helped. We've been sitting here going, oh no, we hate the monsters, but like they helped. They're
they had no, Laura points out, like we said, the shout out to our Rangers, secondary classmates. They'll step in when everyone was frozen in fear. We've learned that everybody's hunting down the Dragon Keepers. Yes, we looked at that at the end. And this is what circumstantial immortality does to mind's ability to mature.
Yeah, they were all just kind of, and we did see the scene of them being made, so they weren't exactly like given an education or helped in any way. They're like, you are cannon fodder, and that's all you'll ever be. So now they're still being cannon fodder and like trying their best.
Yes.
So you can't really blame them for being kicked around.
No, they are who they are, and they're comfortable in it. Yes, we get Urabe, which I love that back. Shippo, our white keeper.
I love that we did bring in like the 6th Ranger trope, the Red Ranger power-up trope, because that is a thing in Sentai series, is the Red Ranger gets some form of unique power-up. Like, it's all there. I just love it so much. I truly
do. It was very
do.
funny.
And I really did love the point of, again, going back to our recruits, that they were just like, all right, we got this. Because they've had the experience of fighting a boss monster before. So they know about the burst form for the sabers. They've done this before. Like, and the miles of difference that actual real world experience has versus the people who were in the squads, but haven't really had to fight against monsters, have only ever done crowd control for the Sunday showdowns, for any of that. And it's specifically being yellow because, let's be real, everyone in green has experience.
Yes.
And everyone in red has more experience than your average bear.
Yeah.
It is specifically yellow going, what the heck?
Yes. Quick thing on the side characters. So Renmaru's alive in the hospital. I was like, yo, didn't he die?
No, we knew about that at the end of last season.
I still felt like I had my moment that went, did he die? Did he die? What?
No, he's around. He's here.
But we get it for like 2 seconds. Yeah, I went and looked up. I'm like, wait, didn't he die? But I feel that's somebody that, it was the no body, no proof. And then it's like, just kidding. He's still fine.
I'm fully expecting, I don't know how much longer the manga is, but I am fully expecting, hey, we have laid all of these pieces. Should we get a season 3, we're bringing him back around.
Yeah. No, I honestly forgot about him. That I'm like, wait, he did. I don't think he did.
That's fair.
But then we also get our, I had to write down the names. So we had Yamoto, who gets choked out by Angel, which not in a consenting form.
She's having such a tough time.
Yeah.
She's, oh my God. I mean,
Julie Merida.
Julie Merida.
Julie Merida, yes.
We got our answer in that, okay, for one, she was able to shift human, but for another, neither test tube baby nor actual pregnancy, but a third surprise thing. And that was botched monster to human transformation as an attempt to survive.
Yes.
It's like, on the one hand, like, okay, this makes sense. And on the other hand, it's, hello, identity crisis. How are we doing today?
Also, it was a lot creepier, too, because then that's his lover, not his daughter. But
I have been talking to your mother inside of you. You are just a vessel.
Yes. Yeah.
I really loved don't you know there are some things you can't say to your kid? And wait, does that mean that she lost the parent lottery? Just the parent gotcha joke ended me. That was
I thought you'd appreciate the gotcha. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was great. Because the way we say, like, oh, you won the X lottery or you won the genetic lottery or whatever. It's like, she lost the parent lottery. I'm like, excellent. A+ joke. I love this so much.
I appreciated when Dee goes up to her and is like, don't let anybody else tell you what to do. Of like, you make your own decisions of what you want to do with your life. Yes. Thank you, Dee. So, like, wait a minute. Good advice coming from him? No, he does have some gems from time to time.
I mean, that is how he decided to live his life, too. That's how his trajectory went was, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Yep.
And she decided to follow in her dad's footsteps, not with the murder, but with the monster fucking.
Yes.
She left the cult, but she's still in a cult. Go.
And I love how clueless he is about it. He's like, what? And Hisui's like, yo, can we flirt later?
She's just like, priorities.
Yes. Yeah, I love that. No alarm comment, but yes, I loved how he's like, what are you talking about? Yes.
Any other time, he probably would have been rare pull, but bad price.
Yes. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the best way to put it, I think.
Yes, we love our Hisui stepping in, and I did appreciate this is also the weird thing, not weird, but kind of one of those, we didn't get our giant robot from our team doing anything, but did get the trope of everybody doing their part to achieve the goal thing. And I did really like that. Like each person did a cool move and it led to something else. Because I kind of wondered are we going to get something where everybody kind of bands together? Or even I thought maybe the dusters might make the robot. I kind of had a moment when they made a giant bridge. They could have made a giant robot.
Yeah.
Sure. And then when it wasn't going that direction, I was still cool with the, no, okay, fine. They don't have the powers for that or ability or machine yet, but let's do the tag your, it's a relay race, tag your it next person, let's go. Which
and I enjoy those a lot.
I liked it. And then everybody got their kind of highlight for it, even if they're shitty characters.
Again, but it was great. The Red Ranger power up, which is a trope in
love that narcissistic,
I'm the protagonist. But the bit that I want to kind of on is you remind me of my sister in her rebellious phase. I have a sister? Wait a minute. So, one more for the cloning theory. Because we've seen that it's possible. So just and again, the fact that we have original Sentai actor got arrested for murder or suspicion of murder or something uncertain, shares the same name as current Red Ranger, potential cloning happen. It's just like, all right, show.
Yes.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
And that would also explain why he had such a rage button when being called like a poor copy of the OG Sentai show. Like, well, sir.
I appreciate his flip out. That was one where he's he's a shitty person. But this was the moment where I'm like, I'm rooting for him.
Yeah.
Go Red Ranger. Well, another
everyone's terrible, but one of them is less likely to end the world.
Yes,
at least right now.
It's something bad, but can we point it in the direction of the worst problem? Yes. Speaking of bad guys that were on our side, though, I did like our couple mono monster protecting the Hibiki and XX.
I do kind of want to finish up with the Death Meshia before we go to, because I think this is, I really do. I loved the relay race. I loved the, if he's a Sentai fan, he would also still build in the weakness, which he did because he's a Sentai fan.
Yes.
I loved Suzukiri making the Red Ranger's attack work and him just passing out. I'm like, can we just leave Red Keeper on the floor over there? He's fine. It's fine. But the overall ending of it, for one, the whole, I thought you were a fan of the show. Don't you know that the protagonist always gets stronger when it's a tough situation? And finally just locking him in the room with D and going, we can't think of a way to beat you. So we're just going to starve you out. Again, loved the answer that, you have to do the full double injection to become a monster, but it also completely blank slates you. And you are just that monster. You don't remember being a human. So I appreciate that. And then also pointing out that his refusal to give up his memories is his downfall. He was the only one that could not commit fully to his own plan. And that's the end of him. Because it's just like, you're human. You're still partly human. So you still need to eat. So you will eventually starve. So we're just going to lock you in here with the guy who won't. Who just won't. He's just going to vibe with you for a literal year. Until you just starve to death. The commitment on this one.
I liked his peg leg growing like a vine kind of thing up his leg and how that didn't really change, but I'm here for it.
I'm sure he had plenty of time to try to figure out some form of prosthetic. But and it's, I get to talk with you at length. It's
a true fan's dream.
I'm just like, dude, you are so not okay. But it's all right. You'll be dead soon. Ish.
There we go. Rita's dumpster plan.
My God, right?
Yes.
Just shove them in the dumpster, lock the lid. It's fine. It's fine.
I mean, it was one of those. Sure. It was a good plan. I buy it. I'm okay for it.
And the fact that the adherence to the thing he loved. And again, also the adherence to the thing he loved being his downfall, his lack of commitment to his evil plan to save the world. So I like that. I found that very interesting and very fitting for the character that they built.
Yes. Yeah. Everything for that really tracks for him. And it's amusing of like, oh, really, Mr. This is the plan for the world. And you can
for thee, but not for me.
Yes. I'm just seeing that. I'm like, So, I like that. I felt that was a good way to wrap him all up and everything. And I hope Angel continues on her path away from him and getting more of be more just herself and who she wants to be.
I mean, she stuck around and she let Dee out at the end. So it's like, okay, what has changed in this year?
Her hair grew longer and she still has a crush on him. But,
something's never changed.
Actually, a funny thing with them, speaking of, so we have Dee doesn't seem to be that into it, though he doesn't display as much interest in liking someone that way. But looking at them as a couple, we have our Angel and Dee. And then kind of almost a mere similarity, we have Hibiki and XX. And I felt they were kind of a similar matchup, but, a flip-flop of it. And I just thought that was so funny when we were getting those last shots of Hibiki and going, I'm going to, destroy everything that's fake. That was like, wow, him and Dee just a different version of themselves. And then they ended up with similar lady couple combo things. So I thought that was kind of a funny parallels.
And just the mirroring of this, because as we are seeing Dee, for one, continually get these permanent injuries and start losing parts of his monster self, but also start caring more about the people around him as much as he tries to deny it. It's like, hey, fuck you, these are my people, these are my friends. Like, I fight for me, but never forget that his fantasy was to rule the world and then like take his friends to a fancy restaurant. He just wants people to tell him he's cool, and he's got this little cadre of people who are like, oh, they're mine. Don't touch them. They're mine.
Yes.
So even if he won't admit it, in terms of like sentiment, metaphorically, he is becoming more human. Whereas Sakurama is getting corrupted, seeing more of, again, the corruption inherent in the state, showing it literally on his face with that burn injury. And he's the one now going, okay, we're going to, like, he always wanted to change it from the inside, but now it's, we're going to root out all the fakes. We are going to return it to what it needs to be. Like, he is losing part of himself at the same time that Dee is gaining things. So it's very interesting to watch this mirror image go. And I know that's the point, but it's very interesting. And that his allies are a washed out recruit who thinks he's the White Ranger, which I'm here for it. Let's go. I love Shippo.
Love that so much.
Another fighter and a boss monster. Like someone he showed kindness to, people he saved, even though it turns out they would have been absolutely fine without him. But people he saved because they were there and he wanted to help.
And I'm intrigued of, I think they would stick around with him, and, you know, they're similar thing of, if you give them something interesting and they can latch onto it, they'll be like, all right, let's do it. Yeah. And we'll join along for the ride. And, you know, I appreciate that they said, fuck off to Patrol. They're like, no, he's ours.
Everyone said, fuck off to Patrol.
Yeah.
But we had a year time skip. And I think that's probably enough time for Piltrola to become a little more tree and a little less Digimon baby form. You know?
Yes.
So that year time skip, it will be interesting to see what the new status quo is. Because again, we have Cesara, our Pink Ranger, who is very obsessed with her brother, who seems to have disappeared off the face of the planet, given that Dee is in confinement and Sakurama's doing his own thing.
Yeah.
So, like, purpose is a hell of a drug, indeed.
Indeed, Rab. Yes.
So, hopefully we'll get another season. And I will be very interested to see what parts of the status quo have gone back to status quo. We saw the return of the Rangers, the triumphant announcement from Red. Look what I took credit for finding, that sort of thing.
Yep.
And what's changed? What has Peltrola been up to? What have Sakurama and co. been up to? Has anything been different in the Ranger Force, or do we still have the 5 that we ended the season with? What the heck have Chidori and Hisui been up to in that year? Because Hisui knows the plan and knows what's going on. I'm sure Chidori does too. So then it's like, what side are you playing? What are you guys doing in that year? Because that is a long time.
We also had our, I think you said it, but the more clones, and looked like they were making a new artifact, possibly.
I don't know. It
was hard to tell.
Like
or destroying artifacts, fixing it. I don't know.
Honestly, given that we know that they were all made from members of her family, this strikes me as family shrine. She doesn't want to use them. She just wants to gather her family back. And now all of these clones of her are like, hey, you're family now too. You're mine. You have lives. You're important.
Yes.
So that's, given that all of them were in priestess
uniforms. It looked like a forge. So that's why I was a little curious on, like, it looked like kind of fire behind it. And it looked like one of the other maybe blues thing. And it was kind of hard to tell. But I think that's the point.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious of what they're doing
at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that really is just family shrine.
Sure.
Because they are made from members of her family.
Yeah.
Which is so fucked up. But yeah, so again, in a year's time, what are we looking at? Who the heck he knows?
No spoilers if you've read ahead, but if you're watching the show, what did you think of how that wrapped up the season? Or the other moments that stood out to you, or anything that surprised you as well?
Yeah, I do love that we got the opening and ending for this season and the opening and ending for last season all needle dropped in this episode.
I did like that of how it played within the episode. I did think that was very fun.
Yeah.
Of like, we're not wasting time playing the whole credits. We're gonna put it in there so that like we get more time with the episode. I did really like that because I like in shows when that kind of just overplays in
when
it.
it's
So
we need the real estate, so let's go.
yes, exactly. Any other final thoughts? I feel that kind of
season 3, please.
Yeah, we're like, please, season 3,
please.
All right,
season 3.
So we shall see. And yeah, let us know your thoughts on the show and or anything else about it that let us know.
Yep.
All right.
And again, we have not yet picked the next show that we are covering. We are taking next week off as, it's the day right after Anime Expo. We're going to be a puddle on the floor. The other 2 episodes we are doing the next 2 weeks in July will have special content, so keep an eye out for that. One of them will be a San Diego Comic-Con preview, and then we will be taking the last week in July off as a recovery day from San Diego Comic-Con. Once again, puddle on the floor. 4 days of convention is a lot. So 4.5 at this point.
And yeah, stick around because we do have guests, some types. We're not going to tell you who yet.
I was trying to be coy about what the special content
I know,
was.
But it's part of that too, to be like, hey, you never know who's going to be here. But it is special content too.
Yes.
So you don't know.
Yeah.
And then let's get into things we're excited about. So other things that you've been watching, games, movies, books, what we've been checking out that we think you should
check out.
Oops, where's that? Wrong banner. There it is. Well, we're excited about it.
Happy Monday.
We think you should check it out.
Yes,
that's what it is.
True. Oh my goodness. The biggest Monday energy. And for those of you who don't know, Carrie does like 80% of the work on this show. She is
thank you. So I'm like, where is the thing?
Yeah. So I sit here and I joke about, hey, it's the other lower third, but she works hard. She works very hard. This show would not happen without her.
Thank you. I'm like, this Monday energy and all the things getting ready for con. But fun things we've checked out. I don't think I talked about it last time, but I watched K-pop Demon Hunters. Nice. So I think I watched that after. Yeah, I don't think I watched it during the week. Oh my gosh, that movie is adorable, y'all. It's over on Netflix. So K-pop Demon Hunters. If you don't even watch K-pop or anything, totally fine. It is so funny. I was laughing so much with this movie. The songs are a bop. The overall concept, I mean, it's nothing like, oh my gosh, I've never seen that. No, but there's some cute things in it. I've seen some commentary from people talking about online, and I agree. I really like how they show women and friends. They even have a scene. I hadn't thought of it that way as much when I watched it, but they're just kind of, expressing some inner truths and everything. And all of them have their makeup off. Like they show them without their makeup. And I was like, oh, that's really cute. Like it felt very real. And them just being silly, them eating, them like being zany. And I agree that it was fun to watch female characters do that and just be all kinds of bonkers. And some of the jokes are just really corny, like admiring someone with abs, and so funny. And so, yeah, it's a really fun time. They do address kind of other issues too of someone else I know. I was like, ooh, nope, I don't want to describe it that way. That might give you something, but addresses different topics in cool ways. And, just maybe thinking about your own experiences and what you've been told about certain things as well, and how you approach stuff. I'm being vague to not spoil anything for y'all, but it's very entertaining. It is such a good time. Like just sit down and just something like, playful and fun, but does have some deeper levels on it too. So yeah, that one I thoroughly enjoyed. I was like, this is so good.
It is on my list. I just wasn't able to get to it, but that's.
And it's not that long. It's like a good tight 90-minute, easy to watch movie. And one of somebody who is in the band, we may or may not be able to talk to them at some point. So stay tuned, the boy band, and we'll see. So Stay tuned. That might be at AX. And I was trying to think of anything else of cool, but those are the main things I was watching. I think there'll be one more episode, but yeah, the newest stuff for Apothecary Diaries is like, this is a really good episode. And are we almost at the end? And side note on that, I saw it online. It's like Universal Studios Japan. They have cosplayers for Momo and Jinu, and it's so funny. Like the girl is making the best expressions, and the guy is like gorgeous. It's just like that's going around on Twitter if you want to find it, and I bet you can find it on social media. But it's super cute if you're a fan of Apothecary Diaries or cosplay. It looks great. So,
and Universal Japan has a lot of anime licensing in the park. Like it's wild.
Exactly.
It's on the bucket list. I would love to go.
I have not gone yet either. I'm like, that'd be a nice one. Did do Tokyo Disney Sea, which also highly recommend that one.
Oh yeah.
Yes. What about you?
I mainlined the first season of Kaiju number 8 and most of the first season of Apothecary Diaries.
Yeah.
So it has been one of those weeks where I'm like, I just want to put a story in my eyeballs. Let's go. And it's like, Kaiju number 8, it's been on the list. Let's do something crazy. I've watched the movie already. Yeah, when you told me that there was stuff that they left out of the movie from the end of the season, you didn't tell me how batshit crazy the last 2 episodes were. I was watching them like, it was, man, I can see why they left it out of the movie, because it would have been another 40 minutes, because you would have just had to keep both episodes. Like, I get it. Yeah, I enjoy Kaiju number 8 very much.
Yes.
I watched the dub. I'm hooked. I'm in it to win it. God damn it. Let's go.
Yeah. Grab Adler says great choices. Yes. Kaiju number 8, Apothecary Diaries, very different shows, but excellent choices.
Yeah. For those wondering, I make jokes about my emotional support water bottle, and I have posted the sticker covered water bottle. That was the water bottle that came from the Kaiju number 8 survival pack that Crunchyroll sent us a while back. So it is the Kaiju number 8 water bottle, and it's now the emotional support water bottle. And
love it.
Yep. And yeah, I wasn't expecting Apothecary Diaries to be so long. I was like, it's a 12 episode season. It is not a 12 episode season.
It's a 24.
Okay, we are committed. We changed the theme halfway through and everything. I love it. It's amazing. It's one of the only anime I've seen that has the not based on real people or events disclaimer on every episode.
I thought that was super interesting too.
Given what it deals with, I can see why.
Yes.
I can very much see, especially since it's produced in Japan, but about another country's history. I can very much see, like, this is all fake. We're not insulting anyone. We're not insinuating anything. This is all fake. It never happened. But man, is it a really, really good time. I think I have like 4 or 5 episodes left in season 1, so I will probably finish that before AX. I have no hope of doing anything in season 2 before AX because, oh my God, they're long. But I am having a good time.
Yay.
It is fun. It is quality stuff. And there is some stuff where it's like, it's like they'll be solving a mystery and I'm sitting here going, yeah, flour is extremely flammable and will explode. That's why you got to be careful with it. And then lo and behold, like, that's it. I'm like, real world science.
Yes.
Yeah. So sometimes
I'm so glad you're loving it.
I'm like, knowledge of esoteric stuff, sometimes you can call it before it happens.
Well, and it's a smart show that even when you start thinking something, there've been moments where I, watching it was like, hey, what about blah, blah, blah? And it was literally the next episode or next scene. I'm like, all right. And I like that we're on the same time, like wavelength. So yeah.
Like,
all right.
It's an intelligent show. But it's not a show. It's a mystery show that wants its audience to be able to keep up and also be able to solve things. So it doesn't. I think the only thing where I was sitting here going, are you going to tell the audience what the hairpins mean? Like ever. It's like, oh, they have a second secret meaning. Tell us. I can intuit a lot, but I want you to tell me. Because if I Google it, I'm going to get spoilers.
Yeah, you're like, please don't. Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah.
So
and it's very funny.
I think,
oh my gosh,
it's hilarious. I think that's the only bit of the show where at the point that I'm at, they still haven't come right out and been like, and here's the explanation. And I'm like, well, we're beyond that. We're never going to hear from it again. Probably, maybe. I don't know.
There's some long-running plot things that they set up, like long game stuff.
That does not surprise me. Yeah. It seems like that kind of show.
Yeah.
But it really is. Yeah. There's some stuff where it's like, oh, we'll figure that out later. And there's some stuff where it's like, tell me now. What are you doing?
Yes. Awesome.
Yes, I'm enjoying it very much.
Oh, yay. Let us know what shows, games, books, movies you're checking out. Leave a comment down below. Let us know. Add to your summer reading list, watch list, game list, all the above. Don't forget to go follow us over on NTATNB on Twitter and Blue Sky. Be following here on the Fanversation YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, give the video a thumbs up. And where can people find you online, Katie?
You can follow me all over the social medias, as well as on YouTube and Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. I am also on a horror-themed YouTube channel called Silver Screams that I do with my roommate.
And you all can find me online at Carrie D. Lane. That's KARIDLANE. And as we mentioned earlier, be sure to go follow Comics Beat if you look them up. It can be also read as The Beat. They use that too. And we'll be posting links as well in case you're like, that's too many pieces of information. So as long as you're following one of us, we'll be posting links for that because we got a lot of really cool AX stuff coming your way and Comic-Con later down the line. So stay tuned. Again, thank you so much to our special guests. Thank you for everybody tuning in. Take care, and we'll see you on the flip side of Anime Expo. Woo!
We'll see you in 2 weeks.
Yes. And if we see you at Anime Expo, please say hi. Come give us a wave and be like, hello.
Please do. Come say hello. Introduce yourself. We love you guys.
Yes. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you 2 weeks.
All right. Stay safe out there.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.